Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel, whatever the case may be. I'm gonna do something I haven't done in a while. Birthday and horoscope. Yeah, I should get back into doing this. So today is November 13th. Oh, hey. Yesterday was a friend's birthday. And yeah, darn it. I haven't seen the guy in like 10 years, but yeah. Anyways, so today you are frank, honest, and outspoken. You like a change of environment, but are not too unhappy if your desires are not gratified. You read a great deal, are a fluent talker, and very entertaining. Your home life will be happy and contented if you marry young. So if today is your birthday, happy birthday. If you know somebody whose birthday it is today, wish them a happy birthday. And so, yeah, that's today's horoscope in my little birthday and horoscope book. Yeah, from Kamloops. When I was pregnant with my daughter in 1996, as you can see, yeah, I was staying at a group home for young pregnant girls in Kamloops, British Columbia, Canada. And this was a birthday present from one of the house mothers. It's a lady that supervised, kind of took care of us. Well, yeah, took care of us teenage girls. Made sure that we make dinner. The house mothers would make dinner for us, but they did lunch and dinner. I think they did lunch on the days that we were there. On the days that we were at home, I think they did lunch. I know they did dinner, but we were pretty much on our own for breakfast. Yeah. Yeah, so I am halfway through the second row of Curious. I don't know how to say it with a French accent, like how to pronounce it in the French. But yeah, got new colors, doing new colors. And there is a hair right in the middle here. It's a short hair because, well, I cut my hair like super short. Last payday I bought clippers and yeah, shaved my head. Well, okay, no, I did not shave my head. It's the wrong terminology. I used the clippers. The longest setting is 1 inch, so I did the best I could on myself, cutting all my hair down to 1 inch. And, well, it was not overly successful on all of my hair to 1 inch, but it's short enough. And with it this short, you end up with a lot of bad hair days. At least I do. So thankfully it's winter. Winter's coming up, so I just wear my little hat. I love my little hat. It's covered in skulls that I got from Temu. What, last year? Year before? Something like that. Yeah, I just keep it in my purse so I don't have to go hunting for it. Soon it's going to be cold enough for me to include my gloves. I don't know. It's a toss-up between my fingerless gloves and my regular gloves, right? But they're skeleton ones too. Skeleton gloves. I believe the fingerless. I think the fingerless ones have skulls, and the other ones like the skeleton hands. And one of them glows in the dark. Something like that. Goodness, it's been a few months since I've seen them, so, and worn them, so yeah, my memory is kind of foggy on them, but yeah. Anyways, so yesterday morning, my dad, no, yesterday morning, my daughter and I, Wolfie, she and I, we went to the food bank and registered for the food hamper, and we got a few items of food, and came home, put them away, and all that stuff, and I got some dishes done, and then and my dad came over yesterday afternoon, and we loaded the couch up into the back of the truck. And we drove out to the landfill, and they're closed. Oh goodness, they're open 5 days a week, but they're closed Wednesdays and Thursdays. So they actually had a dude, because like just below the landfill, like before you actually get to the landfill, there's a big area that they've been building up, and with dirt from the construction that they're doing on the highway. They've been digging into, like, taking out a section of the side of the mountain to be able to widen the highway, and they haul the dirt and rocks over to this spot by the landfill, and they've been building the land up, and they've put in a mobile home park there, and they're working on a second, like, tier, another section of the landfill, not landfill, of the mobile home park. And so, and it's coming along quite nice, but because they're still doing construction on the in the area, they've got they got a guy that's basically, one of the employees is basically just at the road there, letting people know, oh yeah, the landfill, it's closed today. So he told us, and then my dad figured, well, we would drive up to the landfill to turn around, because there's a big spot just right at the entrance that overlooks all of the area that they're building on, and then and then turn around. Well, he goes, because he can't, because it's like right at a curve in the road, right? He goes around the curve, and there's an excavator in the middle of the road. He's like, oh crap. I'm like, well, there's enough room. The road right here is wide enough that you could do a 3-point turn. And he's like, yeah, I'll do that. Because he had started backing up, and it's like, yeah, it might be better to, yeah. So he does the 3-point turn. We turn around. Just as, yeah, there was the dude was talking to a guy in a car, letting the guy in the car know that, yeah, landfill's closed. So anyways, we turned around, and we went back down, and quickly stopped at the grocery store so my dad could run in and quickly grab a couple of groceries for them, and then he brought me back here to dropped me and the couch off, because he's was planning on going into the town next door today, and needed to, like, can't safely take the couch on the highway because of the cushions. But anyways, so so he figured, like, he just dropped off the couch, and excuse me, there is a storage compartment outside that I'm trying to unlock it, but the lock is very rusty, so the key can't open it. So my dad brought over 2 different lubricant sprays. One is WD-40, and spent a few minutes trying to alternating between spraying it and jiggling the key in the lock to get it to open. And well, before we left to go to the landfill, and then tried some more after we got back. And I finally, the grill, earlier during the summer, the neighbor dude next door gave us a free grill because they got a nice big barbecue. So he gave us this grill, and it had been sitting by the door, on the ground by the stairs, in the grass. So with moving the couch, like, we unloaded the couch and just parked it behind the car until tomorrow when the landfill reopens. We're going to go to the landfill tomorrow and get rid of the couch. So we've got it parked beside the behind the car. Behind the car. Yes. So that cleared up the space on the pallets, and I was gonna put the grill in. I wanted to put the grill in the storage compartment outside, but still having issues with the lock. So I just picked it up and placed it on the wooden pallet on the pallets. And well, because wood pallets are not like a solid surface, there's gaps between the boards, right? So what I did was the board that sits inside the couch that you put the cushions on, because there's no guts to the underneath the couch for weight, to minimize weight in the fifth wheel, because it's a couch made for the fifth wheel. So there's no like springs or anything, coils or springs, whatever. There's no metal except for the screws and nails in the couch. It's mostly wood and cushions, right? So it's so the board that the seat cushions sat on, I took that and I placed that on the wood pallets, and then I picked up the grill, sorry, brain fart, and placed it on that. And then my dad's like, well, my dad went and grabbed the couch cushions, and it's 2 big cushions and they're joined together, and he placed those on top of the grill for protection, I guess. I don't know why, because it's underneath the tarp. The awning is still open, partially open, because I opened it one day, and yeah, it's broken. It's bent in the middle, just enough so that it doesn't really open properly, and definitely not all the way. So it's stuck partially open, and then we've got the tarp draped over most of it, and yeah, it looks weird. It's a little frustrating, but yeah. So in order to close the awning, I need I feel that it would be best to sorry, words. I can kind of visualize what I want to say, but trying to describe it, yeah, sometimes my words get jumbled. I feel that it would be easiest to close the awning by having 2 people on ladders, one on either side of the bend in the awning, and then 2 people on the arms, because you got to push the arms. Pushing the arms will help, and then a person on either side of the awning, the bend, they can work on rolling it and then between the four, pushing it and rolling it to close it. And then I want to build, well, my dad describes it as an A-frame over the pallets. But like I want to build a type of awning similar to what's over the slide out. Build it over the pallets so that there's shelter, so it's kind of sheltered, so that I can have like, because I want to get a deep freeze and have it set up out there. It would also be nice to have a stationary bike out there as well, but there's not enough room on the pallets because it's only 3 pallets and one is already half filled, half covered with stuff on it. But actually, if I get a pallet and put it on the other side of the door where the grill used to be, I could put the shelves there. Yeah, and then there would be enough room for both the stationary bike and a deep freeze, also depending on the size of the deep freeze. I found a nice sized second-hand one for $100 on Facebook Marketplace. Oh, wait, so I'm done with the half circle. Yay. So, anyways, yeah. It's just, I really need to get that wash machine first. No, the deep freeze is something that we will get eventually, but not a high priority right now. The wash machine is a high priority. Definitely. I was gonna seal some of my diamond paintings the other day. I brought in the little card table that I got. I brought that in, set it up, cleaned it. I scrubbed that sucker using Lysol cleaning wipes. Scrubbed it and scrubbed it and scrubbed it. I went through quite a few of the cleaning wipes. And then, of course, had to let it sit and dry. And before I could start putting my diamond paintings on it. And then I have a spray, a sealant spray that I got at the dollar store. Excuse me. I cannot use it inside. You have to use it in a well-ventilated area and can't have it near an open flame. Well, so, yeah. That will be best to be used outside during the summer. But I do have Mod Podge. I do still have the Mod Podge. Oh, geez, I did it again. I'm all done with the E, which is a new color. All right, so D, this is also a new color because these are darker greens. Oh my goodness, look at all the trash in here. It's just little tiny bits. I've barely had any trash drills in this canvas. Barely any. It's just little tiny bits of trash so far. So, yeah. And of course I'm going quiet because it seems to be easier for me to focus when I'm being quiet. So, there. All right. Oh, I see another little one, little piece, and another little piece. Yeah, so I am keeping a written record, or trying to keep a written record of the exercise that I do each day. Like going for walks, or doing laps around here, and And on a day that I don't do laps, but I do something else, which requires me going outside for any reason, I write that down. Like yesterday was going to, well, I only wrote down about the landfill. I should have actually included going to the food bank. But yeah, so that way I'm keeping a record of what I'm doing to work on losing weight, strengthen my legs, exercise. Yeah. Because yesterday, oh my goodness, my back was just screaming at me when my dad was here after we came back from the landfill. Because I went and moved the grill, and unfortunately it's heavy, so I should have actually had my dad help me move it, but I was being stubborn. I just wanted to get it over and done with so that he would leave. So then I wouldn't have to listen to him lecture me, because he is a nitpicker and a lecturer. I know, I understand why he does it. I've been doing it a bit with Wolfie to do with exercise and losing weight, because she's, oh goodness, I feel that she's bigger than me, but like, yeah, I don't know. To me, she looks bigger than I am, but and she's not overly concerned about her weight, which is not a good thing. And she says that it's because her boyfriend doesn't care that she's a plus size and not a minus size. Yeah. He loves her anyway, and he still loves her anyways. But she's a big girl. Yeah. She's got a I shouldn't say this, but it's true. She's got a big booty. Yeah. But yeah, we both need to exercise more. She needs to eat better. She needs to make better choices with her food, or else she's going to become a diabetic. And I am worried about that, because diabetes sucks. I know, because I have friends who have diabetes. I had a friend that he lost a toe to diabetes because he wasn't taking care of himself properly, and yeah, so they ended up having to take one of his toes. And that really sucks, because the job that he had at that point in time was as a flagger, which means he's got to be on his feet for several hours at a time. Yeah. Out in the outdoors, outside. Yeah, wearing steel-toed boots. And yeah, so yeah, my and it's amazing that I am not at risk for diabetes. It really shocks the heck out of me for that. But yeah, I'm not at risk for diabetes. My blood sugar is fine. My blood pressure is fine. Yeah, it's amazing considering how inactive I am. And like, since Wolfie moved in with me, I've been eating a lot more junk food, because she is always wanting junk food, and I told her the last few weeks, because of how active I was the week of my birthday, and then the week after my birthday, my legs were swollen, my feet were swollen, sore everywhere, and I'm still having issues with my legs. Not the swelling part, but sore. Yeah, it made me realize that I really need to, yeah, I got to stop procrastinating with weight loss and actually focus on losing weight, exercising, getting out and doing stuff. And it's hard when it's difficult to do living here because there's very little to do, very few interests, very little motivates me to actually go outside and do stuff. There's very little to do outside. During the summer, it's too hot. During the winter, it's too cold. So spring and fall are the times that I am most physically active outside, because the weather is better for me. Ooh, that is not a good one. Yeah. But now with with this stuff, so now that I no longer have to worry about leaks with water leaking into the fifth wheel over my bed, that's goodness, yeah. So first, getting my van running and roadworthy, all that stuff, that is no longer a concern, a worry, a stressor in my life. Then the leak is now dealt with, so that is no longer a stressor in my life. Next, getting the wash machine. We have a drying rack, so that will help. But yes, there is the issue of the humidity in here, the moisture and humidity in here, because yeah, the windows, yeah, the moisture on the windows, and so that is something that I'm focusing on now. I do have a dehumidifier, but I cannot remember where I put the power cord for the darn thing. Yep, cannot remember where I put the power cord for it. So we're using the little disposable dehumidifiers from the dollar store. And not having much luck finding the power cord. Yeah, so I'm just really trying to focus on one thing at a time. There's still a few things that I need to do with the van. They're not that high of a priority. Fixing the door and fixing the driver's side mirror. Those are easy to deal with. I've learned how to compensate. The driver's side door, the interior mechanisms are broken, so cannot open it from the outside. So instead, I either climb in, I either go in through the passenger side door and then climb over to the driver's seat. Or if Wolfie is with me, then she gets in, she goes over and opens just climbs in through this passenger door, the passenger side, and then she just leans over and opens up the driver's side door, and then I just pull it open and hop in. It's still starting up beautifully, as long as, like, when I turn the battery on, I gotta leave it alone for, I gotta wait a minute or so before I actually try to start the van. Yeah, or else it'll start and then it'll die. And then I have to try to do it again. But if I leave it alone long enough, like, no, it doesn't have to be for very long, but just long enough, it starts beautifully and catches on the first go. Yeah. So it's coming along. Things are coming along slowly. Still got to get rid of the car. Still got to get rid of the... Ow! Ooh. Downside to these, they pinch. Try not to pinch yourself. Yeah, so it's just one thing at a time. Whenever I can afford it, I get it done. So yeah, gonna see about a crock pot, the stationary bike, deep freeze. Those are, yeah, the stationary bike, I'm gonna be going to the thrift store and seeing what they've got. Gonna start doing that more often, going to the thrift store in the town next door, because they've got a really, really big, ginormous store, and it's just getting bigger and bigger. Like, they have, like, they actually have some stuff in a shipping container in the middle of the parking lot. They've been, it's been gradually growing and expanding out into the parking lot, and they've got another section of parking lot across the street. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to finish this section and then call it done. Yeah, because I got to plug this phone in. And I'm hoping that I get through this before the battery dies. But yeah, so gradually working on getting things done around here. My boyfriend's going to be coming over this weekend, since we can't afford to go out and visit my ex and his girlfriend for his birthday, which is this Saturday. It would be nice to be able to go out there and visit, because it's like lately, it's like the last few times that I've gone out there to see him, it's always been at his shop, and it was to do with problems with the van, and I don't want it to be about that. I want to be able to go and visit him and spend actual time talking, you know, shooting the shit, that kind of stuff. All right. Reminiscing. Yeah, I'd like to actually be able to sit down with him and his girlfriend and hear about how their summer went, because they went away for the summer, and I'm glad that he's able to get away. Because when I first moved out here, got away from my ex, away from Wolfie's father, he was always saying, I was reaching out to him, and it's like, well, yeah, it would be cool to go camping, go fishing, what have you, that kind of stuff. And at the time, I thought he was single, and like just trying to get him away from the struggles and stress of everyday work, right? Not realizing that the reason why he was avoiding that kind of stuff was because he's got a girlfriend. And it's like, well, darn it, just tell me that you've got a girlfriend, and I'd understand. Well, I guess I should have actually said that to him. If you've got a girlfriend, then tell me that you've got a girlfriend, and then I won't continue pestering you like that. I would pester you in other ways, like bring her along. Because I was saying, like, before I knew about her, I was saying, well, yeah, you could always come over here and visit, and There's a river right here. I don't know if there's fishing allowed, but from right here, but if there is, then cool, we can go fishing. Because that was something that I used to do with him when we dated in high school. We'd go fishing with him and his dad and stepmom, but whatever. Yeah, so anyways, I guess I'm done with my rambling and whatnot. And so I'm gonna go and yeah, done that section, and it's so sparkly. I love these canvases by Jacquemus. Yeah, because of they're just so pretty. And I have not found any other channels on YouTube that do Jacquemus diamond paintings, so I should reach out to them and yeah, maybe do collabs or whatever with them. Something to think about. All right, I'm gonna go, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.